Good morning and welcome to Morning Moments. I am so glad that you came to join us today and took the time out of your morning to see us. I have a wonderful special guest from South Carolina. It's my honor to bring the second Barney Fife to Morning Moments. And Ron Felker, welcome to Morning Moments.
Welcome. Glad to be here. Everything's okay in Mayberry this morning.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. And tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do and why do you do it? Thank you, Ronnie, for being with us today.
Well, right now I'm retired and I don't have a schedule anymore, but we do have a ministry called Fearless Fife Ministries. Me and my wife, we dress up as Barney Fife and Thelma Lou. We travel the country. Been doing it for 15 years. I know I look like Opie Taylor with his red hair, but I disguise myself pretty good and get in character. You just shoot the questions to me and I'll give the answers. How about that?
Sure. Do you go to churches or any events or?
We go to any church event. We go to parades. We go to festivals. We've been to just about any kind of outdoor activity, car shows, church events, Mother's Day banquet. I was supposed to go. I think that's the first one I did was a Mother's Day banquet, and it was a one-time thing at our church. Our preacher asked me, he said, Ronnie, I want you to do a Barney Fife impersonation. I said, preacher, I said, you sure you want me to do that? Because I had never done anything like that in my life. I always walk around saying nip in the bud or something like that to him, and he knew I was a big Andy Griffith fan, and anybody knows me. When they watch Andy Griffith show, they said, I think about you every time I see the show. So it was a one-time thing, but it's turned into a ministry. We, before the pandemic, or the plandemic, whatever you want to call it, we've traveled about 50, 60 times a year, been about 9 or 10 states and blessed some people. We start off with doing our skits, and then we interweave the gospel of Jesus Christ into every aspect of our ministry. And if we say we can't, we just don't go. So,
yeah.
Just gonna nib it in the bud. What are we gonna do?
Exactly. And it's amazing when you start getting to people to laugh. Sometimes it breaks down those barriers, and the gospel of Christ is a little bit more palatable to them after they're laughing.
Tickles me when we go into a church. Sometimes they've never seen a Barney Fife impersonator, and they kind of give you an awkward look and don't know how to take you. And we usually have like a dinner and a meal, and then I do my program. After it's over, they over there, they talking to me, and they love us then, but they kind of sheepish before then, kind of offstandish. But after that, they love me, and they love Thelma Lou better than they love me. I don't know what it is, but they always take over Thelma Lou a whole lot more than they do me. I'm kind of jealous about it, to tell you the truth, but I'll get over it. Kind of sensitive about stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you would be. Maybe that's that Barney kicking in for you as well, being too sensitive, right? So
I try to. I don't know whether to stay in character or stay out of character. I want to.
Well, you can give us a little bit of Barney Fife while you're here. Get into character a little bit, if you would.
Now, me and here at the Rock, we got two basic rules. Rule number 1, obey all rules. Rule number 2 is no writing on walls, because it's hard to get writing off of walls. I don't want to overdo it a little bit, but
that's great. And I'm sure that when you get into places, people will, and that's what's great about everybody using their gifts and talents for God. They may come to be entertained, but then it's amazing how sometimes just that moment can present God as somebody that loves them, cares for them, and has got a plan for their life.
Yeah, I've got some testimonies of people's stories they've told me. One lady had a husband. He used to be in church. He quit going to church. He kind of got out with people and stuff. And he came that night because it was kind of a relaxed thing, you know, in the fellowship hall. And his wife said after that he started back going to church. I don't know if I said something or planted a seed, but you can sometimes you get people come to stuff like that where it's relaxed and it's not church per se, but it is church, and they're blessed. And then one lady, she was in an assisted living place. She had lost her husband. They sold her place, and she sold everything she had and moved into a assisted living facility. She's kind of down and out, and we went there that day and did our program. And she told us after that, she said, I hadn't laughed in a long time, and that really blessed my heart there, because you could have handed me $1 million, wouldn't have been no better than what she told us. Like you're accomplishing something, you got a purpose.
Yeah. There's also something about that old Mayberry story, and also television back when it was then, that is so wholesome, and it was such good morals. Even every show had some good moral story to it, wasn't it?
It's like America used to be. It was filmed in 1960 to 68, but it really wasn't portraying the 60s. It's more like portraying when Andy Griffith was a child himself, probably back in the 40s, where everybody was a neighbor and everything. I'm gonna have to plug up my phone. Is getting weak.
Okay, all right.
Just hold on a second. Let me find the plug. If I shake you to death, just hold on. I'm down to 15%, and I don't want to die on you.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to die. You know, people are just dying to get in the graveyard. You know.
Yeah. That's why they built that fence around it, right?
Trying to get in or get out.
Yep.
I've also got another little thing I'm doing now. I might as well plug it while I'm here, right?
Please do. Yeah. Yes.
I started writing poems, and I came out with a book last year called Make Mayberry Real Again. It's poems of the Andy Griffith Show, the characters. And this is the book right here, if you can see it.
There we go.
It's Make Mayberry Real Again. It's me and a guy in Ohio called David Millard. We put our poems together, and I did a little biography in there. He did one, and there's some pictures of like Mayberry days and different events we've done over the years. And you can get it on Amazon. You know, $15, $14.99, plus shipping and handling.
Yep. So
go ahead.
What I'm going to do is down below in the comment section, I'm going to go ahead and put that Amazon connection, and as well as connection to you, that folks can get a hold of you, maybe schedule you for an event or church event, or time permitting, that they could maybe get you scheduled, if that, and give them some great opportunities. As a lot of times in all my guests, I talk about books, and I talk about what they've done and why they do it. But at the end, I always ask everyone, if you would please, when this interview is over, take a few minutes and pray for Ronnie and his lovely wife, that God would continue to touch them, bless them, minister through them and to them, and that God that would just continue to be with them in every chapter of their life. Thank you, Ronnie, for being a guest this morning. Thank you, and thank you for sharing this to others on Morning Moments and joining me for Morning Moments. And if you would, keep coming back.